Living Power with Dan Hurd.
Then there's the second group of people, and that's in verse 11, and those are opposition, but look how they work. Sometimes the opposition is from within. Sometimes the very people that you least expect it from. This is amazing to me. We'll sneak in. That's what they said. We'll sneak in. Before they know it or they see us, we'll be right there among them and we'll kill them and put an end to this work. These are people that infiltrate. Now, sometimes they don't mean to infiltrate. Sometimes they're just there, and then they realize that they hate this place or they hate what's going on. And they're going to be a part of the destructive process. Romans 16, verses 17 and 18 says this, I urge you, brothers, to watch out for those. Now listen, watch these words very carefully. Watch out for those who cause divisions and put obstacles in your way that are contrary to the teaching you have learned. Watch out for them. Now, what was Paul saying? Paul was saying, they're there. I would suggest to you that there are people like that even in our church. There are people within our church who cause divisions and will put obstacles in the way. And the Bible tells us, watch out for them. Watch out for them. They're there. They exist. Don't be naive. Keep away from them. For such people are not serving our Lord Christ, but their own appetites. By smooth talk and flattery, they deceive the minds of naive people. Don't be naive. The enemy is at work. The third category of people that are also people that sometimes we consider to be opposition, but they're not. Verse 12. And sometimes the people that we've been trusting and following in verse 12 are those people that have some significant issues. Look what it says. Then the Jews who lived near them came and told us 10 times over, wherever you turn, they're going to attack us. And it sounds like they're complaining, yeah, we can't win. You know, everywhere we go, they attack us. Everywhere we go, we get beat up. And really what's happening is these are not opposition, but these are people who are dealing with some other significant issues that may seem like they're changing course, but in fact, they're just dealing with another battle. And there are people in our lives that seem to come against what we're doing sometimes because they just neglect. Sometimes they just seem to have lost interest in the issues that are important to us. When in fact, what's happening is they're dealing with a whole different set of battles. Whole separate different issue. There's some things going on in their lives that they're really struggling with. I'm always amazed at the spineless cowards in churches who send letters, usually to staff, and don't sign them. And then they criticize and they just belittle and they just say really stupid things. And I've gotten lots of those letters through the years. And our church gets lots of those. Our staff gets letters like that all the time. I've seen some of them lately. And they just get criticized. They just get waylaid. And then the person won't sign their name. Or they'll have some email address that, is, you don't really know who it is. And so there's no way, and it's all anonymous. Let me tell you something. Anytime I got a letter like that, this is what I would do. I would take it and I would sign love, Satan. Because that's exactly who sent that letter. Now the person is a person who has a will and a mind and an emotion and needs help. No question about that. But I can guarantee you the devil put them up to that. The devil got a foothold in somebody's life to do that sort of thing. And so it's important that we understand that some people are going through that. Now I tell you that because, as an example, the other day, I sent an email to relatives some things that we're dealing with, some issues in the church and business things that we're dealing with. Nothing negative, nothing wrong, just some choices and decisions that we're making. And I sent it to some of the people involved, and one of the staff members was involved in that. And I didn't hear back. And then I didn't hear back, and then I thought, well, that's not like it. Normally they send something back to me. And then I went back to this person and I called him and I said, did you get my email? Oh, did you send me email? And I said, well, yeah, if you check your email, and I got on to him, why don't you check your email, check your inbox. It's coming to the 18th century, why don't you? There's things called communication, and I'm really ribbing him and teasing him a little bit about all of this. And then he told me about one of the letters that he got. It just devastated him. Just ripped him apart. And I thought, wow. That's a whole different battle that he's fighting. Whole different issue that he's having to deal with. I didn't even know about. There are people like that in our lives that we feel are sometimes either in opposition or drop the ball or not dealing with the things the way that we think they should, when in fact what they're dealing with is a whole different set of battles, whole different set of issues. So those are the three categories of people that we have to be careful about. People who are sometimes seem like opposition, but they're not. And then some people who don't seem like they're opposition, but really are. They've snuck in. So identify the real opposition in your life. That's the first thing in standing up in a downward world.